No one expected Caitríona Balfe to step into the spotlight that day, certainly not with that level of intensity. She had always been the calm one, the balanced voice beside Sam Heughan's warmth and humor. But when the controversy around Sam reached its boiling point, something in her snapped. It wasn't anger directed at the public. It wasn't frustration at rumors. It was something far deeper, a quiet loyalty ignited into a flame. It all began when a wave of online accusations targeted Sam, claims that twisted his recent interviews, distorted his comments, and painted him as someone unrecognizable to those who had followed him for years. Headlines exaggerated his words. Social media added fuel. Within days, the situation grew so distorted that even longtime fans felt confused. But Caitríona? She wasn't confused. She was furious. For weeks, she had remained silent, watching everything unfold. Watching Sam retreat from social media. Watching him avoid certain topics. Watching the pressure carve invisible lines across his usually relaxed demeanor. And while she rarely engaged in public drama, this time she stepped forward with a sharpness people had never seen before. The defining moment happened during a press panel. It was meant to be routine, promoting a project, answering predictable questions, smiling for the cameras. But one journalist pushed too far. Their question wasn't innocent curiosity. It carried an edge, implying that Sam's recent behavior was manipulative, even unprofessional. Before Sam could open his mouth, Caitríona leaned forward. Her voice wasn't raised, but it sliced through the room with authority. Her Irish accent sharpened each word, leaving no space for misinterpretation. "That's not only inaccurate," she began, eyes locked on the reporter. "It's incredibly unfair. You're talking about someone who works harder than anyone I've ever met. Someone who shows up, every day, with dedication and heart." A stunned silence fell across the room. Sam glanced toward her, startled, but she didn't look back. She wasn't defending him politely. She wasn't merely correcting misinformation. She was protecting him, with a fierceness the public had never witnessed. She continued, her tone unshakable. She spoke about the physical and emotional toll Sam had endured throughout their years filming together. She revealed how he supported cast and crew without ever seeking credit. She reminded everyone that much of what people assumed about him was based on incomplete narratives, manipulated quotes, and superficial interpretation. And then she said something that truly sent shockwaves through the fandom. "People have no idea what he carries behind the scenes, or how often he's been blamed for things that weren't his doing. If you knew the truth, you'd be ashamed of how quickly he's judged." That sentence, the truth, became the spark that turned the internet upside down. What truth? What had happened behind closed doors? What had Sam endured without ever speaking up? And why would Caitríona, who rarely comments on personal matters, choose this moment to unleash such a powerful defense? From that second on, whispers spread. Fans replayed the clip. Analysts dissected her tone, her body language, the way Sam's expression shifted from surprise to something softer, gratitude, maybe, or something even deeper. But her defense didn't end there. During the same panel, another reporter cautiously attempted to redirect the conversation, suggesting that perhaps the drama had been exaggerated. Caitríona cut in gently but firmly. Exaggerated? No. Misunderstood? Yes. Twisted? Absolutely. People forget that Sam is a human being. They forget he has limits. And they forget that the closest people to him actually know what he's been through. Her words were deliberate, every syllable carrying weight. It wasn't just a defense. It was a warning. The dynamic between Sam and Caitríona had always fascinated the public. Their chemistry on-screen was electric, their connection off-screen unmistakable yet undefined. But this moment revealed something fans had long suspected. Their bond wasn't an act. It wasn't manufactured for cameras. It ran deeper, deeper than interviews ever revealed, deeper than years of rumors could distort. And just when it seemed like she had said enough, Caitríona added one final line, one that rewrote everything people thought they knew. "There are things people don't see. Things Sam would never say himself. Maybe it's time some truths stop being hidden. The room fell silent. The fandom exploded. And one question echoed louder than all others. What truth was Caitríona Balfe finally ready to reveal, about Sam Heughan, and about everything that had been kept in the shadows for years? The fallout from Caitríona's explosive defense spread through the internet like wildfire. Within hours, the moment had become the most discussed topic across Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, and every Outlander fan group in existence. But the true shock came the next morning, when a longer, unedited video from the press event surfaced, revealing what happened after the cameras stopped rolling. As the panel wrapped, Sam leaned toward Caitríona, clearly stunned by the force of her words. They exchanged a quiet conversation off mic, their faces tight with emotion. Observers described the moment as intimate, charged with years of unspoken weight. Sam appeared conflicted, grateful yet shaken, as if something Caitríona said had struck a nerve deeper than anyone realized. And that's when the hidden truth began to unfold. A Scottish journalist who had attended the event shared what she witnessed behind the scenes. Sam stepping away to compose himself, rubbing the back of his neck the way he does when overwhelmed. Caitríona following him a few minutes later, touching his arm gently before speaking to him in a low voice. The journalist couldn't hear what they said, but she saw Sam nod, eyes softening in a way fans had seen only a handful of times. This fueled speculation, but it was Caitríona's later statement that sent the fandom into full meltdown. During a podcast appearance, she was asked again about the panel incident. This time, she didn't hold back. "There are things Sam has carried alone for far too long," she said, her voice steadier, calmer. "People think they know him based on a character he plays, or on headlines taken out of context. They don't see the pressure he's been under. They don't see how many times he's chosen silence just to protect others, myself included." That last phrase, "myself included," changed everything. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. This wasn't just about defending Sam's professionalism or clarifying misinterpretations. This was about acknowledging a shared burden. For the first time, Caitríona openly admitted that the chaos surrounding Sam had affected her too, in ways fans had never known. And with that, she finally revealed the truth she hinted at. She explained that for years, Sam had absorbed criticism that was meant for both of them. He shielded her when fan wars erupted. He took the heat when rumors spiraled out of control. He dealt with accusations that should have been addressed to the production team, the network, or the media, not to him as an individual. He's been blamed for things he never said, things he never did, and decisions that weren't his, Caitríona said. And the irony is, he kept quiet because he didn't want to drag anyone else into it. That's who he is. Her tone was filled with a rare tenderness, something raw, protective, almost sorrowful. Listeners could hear the weight of years in her voice. The truth wasn't some scandalous secret romance or hidden feud. It was something more painful. Sam Heughan had been carrying a disproportionate share of the emotional damage caused by fame, publicity, and fan expectations. But the biggest revelation came seconds later. "There were moments," she continued, "when I took that for granted. Moments when I didn't realize how much he was shielding me from. And that's why I spoke up. Not because he asked me to. He never would, but because I couldn't let him keep standing alone." Those words hit the fandom like a tidal wave. Sam hadn't just been misunderstood. He had been protecting the very person who was now fiercely protecting him. Their bond, long speculated, endlessly analyzed, had layers deeper than anyone imagined. It wasn't romantic speculation that defined them. It wasn't fan fiction. It was loyalty, gratitude, years of weathering storms side by side. Sam eventually responded days later, but not through an interview. Instead, he posted a quiet message online. A photo of a sunrise over sky and a caption that read, "Thank you for seeing me." Fans instantly connected it to Caitríona's defense. His subtle acknowledgement only intensified the emotional impact of everything she had revealed. The fandom was now split into three powerful waves. Those who praised Caitríona for her unwavering loyalty. those who felt heartbroken knowing how much Sam had silently endured, and those who began questioning everything they thought they knew about the industry, the show, and the hidden pressures behind the scenes. But beyond the noise, one truth stood unshakable. Caitríona Balfe didn't just defend Sam Heughan. She revealed the unseen weight he had carried for years. She exposed the emotional battlefield behind the iconic partnership the world adored. And for the first time, fans wondered, not with scandal in mind, but with genuine concern, what the cost of that loyalty had truly been for both of them. Whatever comes next in their story, it's clear that the truth they've kept in the shadows is finally stepping into the light.